At the heart of every single SaaS business, at the heart of every single SaaS product, SaaS go-to-market machine is your product demo. No matter how incredible your product is, no matter how incredible your marketing or sales is, unless your product demo really gets a prospect to realize the value and the differentiation that your product brings in the market, whether they're watching a live demo or watching a video of a demo, they're not gonna sign up. They're not gonna get into the sales process. They really wanna understand what makes you different. So here's the big question. How do you make an insanely great product demo? How do you make it where when you actually give a product demo, you can show what your product does, you can make sure they pay attention, and you can actually show how you differentiate compared to the rest of the market. In this episode, I'm gonna walk you through the 3 principles you absolutely need to know on how to deliver an insanely great product demo for your SaaS business. And when you implement these 3 principles into your go-to-market machine, into your sales process, your marketing, into how you actually deliver these calls when you're talking to prospects, you will be able to accelerate your path to that next stage of growth. Intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unstoppable. I'm TK, and on this channel, I help SaaS founders like you grow your SaaS businesses faster with an unstoppable strategy. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I drop an episode every single Sunday with actionable strategies and tactics from the trenches on how to grow your SaaS business faster. So if you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. That way you'll get notified every single time I drop an episode with the TK energy. Now, if you're already part of this community, if you're part of my SaaS go-to-market coaching program, people, welcome back. It's really awesome to see you over here. My last company, ToutApp, amassed over 100,000 registered users. And as I grew that company, I've given probably about 1,000 demos of that product. Obviously, that product evolved over time, the space evolved over time, but the principles that I followed were actually very similar as we grew as a company. The principles of giving a demo are actually universal. Fast forward to today, I'm actually actively scaling 2 SaaS companies, and I find myself applying those principles again as we record demo videos or we get on sales calls to actually give a demo of the product. So in this episode, I wanted to walk you through the 3 principles that still hold true today on how to deliver an insanely great demo. So if you're excited to dig in, go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It just loves it when you do that. And let's dig right into it. So to set the stage, what I'm gonna do is walk you through the 3 principles, but for each of these principles, I'm gonna show you an example of an actual demo of one of my companies, Instant. Instant is a lead generation platform. It's a platform where you can actually instantly launch a high converting landing page for your manifesto and lead magnet. You can promote it, and then you can look at the stats to see what's working and what's not, so you can scale it. As we get into this, I'm gonna show you the principles and exactly how I give a demo for one of my own SaaS companies. So principle number 1 is to actually jump straight into the action shot. One of the most common mistakes of demos is spending time or wasting time on the setup of the product. When you're actually giving a demo, you wanna get someone super excited. You actually wanna jump right into the core aha moment that your product delivers so people can really get hooked in. So let me show you an example of how I usually kick off demos. So in this scenario with Instant, you essentially launch a landing page. Where we start the demo is jumping right into an example landing page. So we'll literally just go right into, this is an example high converting landing page built in Instant. This landing page, this specific landing page, actually converts at 50%, meaning 50% of the people that land on this landing page become a lead. And the beauty of Instant is that you don't have to think about design or colors or any of those things. You just have to tell it exactly what your lead magnet manifesto is about, and it'll do the work for you. This is an example of where I jumped straight into an action shot. There's no setup. There's no like, this is like the integration or these are the key features. It jumps right into exactly what the benefit of the core product is. What this does is it really differentiates right away on, here's why we're different, here's what you're gonna get, and here's how I'm gonna show you how it all comes together. This is the important part about demos. Having given so many demos, people usually get bored when you start with the boring stuff. Like, well, I'm gonna log in, and this is the dashboard, and this is how we get into the thing. People tend to get bored and they get confused. So starting with the action shot, jumping right in the action shot, the biggest aha moment your product delivers is one of the best ways to set the stage for an insanely great demo. Once you set the stage, then principle number 2 is to actually show your core product loop. Every product has a core product loop. This is the key pieces that makes the product really 10 times better than anything else. Maybe your product is going in and replacing a manual workflow or some sort of Excel spreadsheet, or you're actually going in and replacing a competitor. This is your opportunity to really go show the part of the product that delivers the 10x differentiation and your core product loop. So let me show you how we do that inside of this demo. So at this point, I've shown the landing page and like, okay, that's a great landing page and 50% conversion rate is really great. I want to show you exactly how this landing page came together. So that's when I go into this next part of the demo. I go in and say, look, Instant is a little bit different. Unlike all the other marketing tools that are out there where you actually have to design a page, Instant works where it actually takes in your go-to-market strategy. It takes in exactly what your manifesto is, who your ideal customer is, what the name of your manifesto lead magnet is, what your branding is. And as you enter this information, it builds out the landing page for you to ensure it's actually high converting. So in this kind of scenario right now, I have this 10-point landing page checklist and it's for demand gen marketers and founders that do their own marketing. But I can just as easily change this to marketers or VPs of marketing. And just like that, as I'm typing into it, it will update the landing page based on all the inputs that are there. Similarly, if there's a certain question that I don't quite know the answer to, Instant has AI built in. So over here, it's asking me, well, what do they get inside the lead magnet? What's the ultimate result that they want? Basically, it's taking all these answers and composing the landing page for me in the perfect way based on all the rules that it knows to make a high converting landing page. And if at any point you don't quite know what the answer should be or you're kind of confused about it, you can always click on this light bulb button. And what it'll do is it'll take what you've written and give you better alternatives based on the rules that it knows on how to make a high converting landing page. And once you've done this, you can choose some things like asking a business email, asking for a mobile phone number, having people self-identify so you know what's an ICP lead versus not, and all the way down to your privacy policy and terms of service. And once you put all those in, you can configure the rest of your lead magnet, upload your manifesto so people get it right away, put in a call to action, put in your attribution, all of that, and you can publish the landing page. And just like that, usually typically within 90 seconds, you're able to launch a high converting landing page. Okay, so that's pretty cool, right? Not only did I start with the action shot, which is the result of what they get, a 50% conversion rate on a high converting landing page, I then go right into here's how it comes together and what makes us 10 times better than anything else in the market. That's super powerful. Now, there's this third piece that comes together to really bring in this demo, to really close towards driving to a sale or the next step in the sales process. Or even if this is a video that you're posting on a demo, how to actually make sure people take that call to action to start that free trial. And before I go to principle number 3, let me just pause here for a second. Are you starting to see the power in this? I get super jazzed up about demos and product. Look, go-to-market is my number one love, but the reason I got into this game is to create insanely great products. And the way you give a demo, the way you show the right aspects of the product is really what makes or breaks anything else that you do in SaaS, because the product is the most important thing. All the marketing and sales is so that people discover that product and discover this demo. So getting the demo right is super powerful. If you're starting to see the power of some of these principles that I've already shared, you're starting to see the power of delivering an insanely great SaaS sales demo, can I just get a yes in the comments below? And also smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It just loves it when you do that. So do we. We put a lot of love into these videos. Also, if you're in the stage for your SaaS business where you're like, TK, I need some help implementing these principles. I want to get the messaging right. I want to understand what my 10x differentiator is. I want to figure out how to actually communicate the narrative of my SaaS business so I can actually get more demos. This is how I work with you inside my SaaS go-to-market coaching program. You don't have to go anywhere right now. I'll link to it below. I'll tell you more about it at the end of this episode. Let's go to principle number 3. This is where it all comes together. Okay, so principle number 1 was you jump to the action shot. You get them really excited about the end result your product delivers. Principle number 2 is you show your core product loop, the thing that makes your product 10 times better, where they're looking and they're like, oh my God, I want this. You really want to drive it home now. Every SaaS business has a narrative. They have this core transformation you're bringing in. So the third piece of the demo, the third principle is you actually want to zoom out to the manager view. Ultimately, no one wants more software. What they want is an actual result. So the third piece of the demo has to be shown where you actually zoom out and say, look, if you use this product, you get these results, here's what's gonna happen in your life and in your business. And typically, the best way to exemplify this is to actually give the manager view. So let me show you how I do this inside of Instant. Okay, so once they've published the landing page and you've actually promoted it and you're driving traffic, I then show, look, you get a real-time dashboard of everything that's happening. So in this kind of scenario, in this 10-point landing page checklist, this is the manager view, this is the admin view, the marketer view that you get. In real time, you'll see the actual leads coming through so you can follow up with them. You can see how much of your lead magnet they're consuming on a real-time basis, and you can email them or call them depending on what you're collecting. But more importantly, as you really start to scale this out, you can start to understand exactly what's working in your sales funnel. You can see how much traffic you're driving, you can see what the conversion rate is, and you can see whether people are actually activating and actually engaging with your lead magnet after they become a lead. So in this kind of scenario, you can see where we're seeing a 50% conversion rate. And it's not just 50% conversion rate on organic, we're actually seeing it on our Facebook paid ads as well. On top of that, Instant is also tracking whether people are taking that next step in the sales or marketing process. So over here, 59% of people that download this lead magnet are actually consuming the content and saying, yep, I want to learn more, and going into the next step of the process, which is super powerful. And lastly, it's also measuring how much time people are spending consuming the lead magnets. You can see over here, they're spending upwards of 3 minutes and 57 seconds and consuming 91% of the lead magnet, which means that it's a really great manifesto. All these little pieces tell you exactly what's working and what's not. And you can figure out, look, this is actually converting really well on paid. I'm going to increase my budget. But at the same time, this organic traffic is working really well too. So I'm going to keep posting organically and make sure that I'm promoting my lead magnet there as well. So when you actually get this high converting lead magnet and you promote it, you can actually see all the stats and you can figure out how to scale to generate more leads from here as well. Okay, let me pause here and break out a character. Do you see how cool that is? So instead of just saying, here's the integration and here's the thing, which customers will ask about, and that's totally fine, when you actually zoom out and give the manager view, what buyers do is connect to the original promise, the original action shot. They're like, oh, I get this incredible landing page. I get this lead magnet that's high converting. I can build it and it's 10 times faster to build it. And in the end, I can get this manager view so I can figure out how to scale. That's awesome. And you can see how people get really excited. This might seem like a little bit of magic, but you can do this for your own SaaS product too. You can do this because if you start to think about what really moves the needle, what's the core transformation your software product brings, and how to actually demonstrate that in the demo using these principles, you'll be able to convert more people as they go through your marketing process or your sales process. So let's recap on what makes for an insanely great demo. Principle number one is jump to the action shot. Don't show any of the setup, don't show any of the login, jump to the core result that your product delivers and say, this is how it all comes together. Then principle number two is show your core product loop. See what are the steps, what are the core steps in the product that makes it 10 times better and helps you achieve that result. And then finally, bookend it with the final transformation. Show the manager view that says, when you do this and use our product, here are the results you're gonna get. Here's the admin dashboard that shows you all the results that come together. And when you do these three things, you are going to be able to deliver an insanely great SaaS sales demo. So now you know what the core principles are for delivering demos. I've done over 1,000 demos for ToutApp, and now across my companies, I do demos myself. I record demo videos and I'm constantly tweaking. These three principles have served me well for over 15 years. Now, what you may not know is, TK, how do I craft the demo? Like, what should my action shot be? How do I actually tell the story of what the core transformation is that we're bringing into this world? Also, how do I get more demos? How do I generate more leads? If you're in that stage for your SaaS business where you have revenues, but you want to actually accelerate your path to that next stage of growth, what you need is a proper go-to-market strategy with the right ICP, with the right message, with the right transformation that can be translated into a demo, but also a Broadway show, a consistent set of sales and marketing activities that generates leads so you can actually give more demos. So if you're in this stage where you're looking to scale and actually scale your go-to-market strategy, this is why I created my SaaS go-to-market coaching program. Inside this program, I work with you to actually implement three core pieces. The first one is your ICP, your ideal customer profile. Everyone thinks they have an ICP until they work with me. There's a 29-point framework that we follow to actually build out an ICP. When you have an ICP, then you know exactly who you're going to be serving. Then comes the second pillar, is your manifesto. Your manifesto is your strategic narrative. It's your transformation that you're bringing into the world. Also, when you build a proper manifesto, you can actually turn it into a lead magnet. That's super powerful because it actually helps you generate more demos using the manifesto. Once you have those two pieces, then the third piece comes in. The third piece is the Broadway show. The Broadway show is a consistent set of sales and marketing activities that you run on a daily basis whether it's through organic or through ads or through other channels, to bring your manifesto to your ICP on a consistent basis, actually turn them into leads, convert them to a pipeline, convert them to revenue. It is an incredible program. And one of the coolest parts is the reason I started Instant is because of the founders I work with. They always needed help running a Broadway show, which is why we created a company like Instant, because as you go through the go-to-market program, we also give you the tools that you can implement to actually run your Broadway show. Instant is one of them. So it's an incredible program. So if you want to work together to actually scale your SaaS business and implement all these principles that I teach, I encourage you to go to tkkader.com/GTM. tkkader.com/GTM. And over there, you'll get all the details about the go-to-market program. Now, the better the fit, the better the results. So if it sounds like you want to work together, just fill out the little form and book a time with us. We'll ask you a few questions about where you are in the business, what your goals are. If it's a fit, we'll be off to the races right away. Typically, founders that join the go-to-market program are able to revamp their go-to-market strategy and launch their Broadway show within 3 weeks of joining. And the reason they're able to do that is because we've done this so many times and we give you the tooling to actually accelerate that process. So it is an incredible program. So just go to tkkader.com/GTM. Also, if you got value from this video, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It just loves it when you do that. If you have a fellow founder, if you have a team member that will get value from this episode, please share this with them. We want to help as many SaaS founders and SaaS leaders as possible to build incredible software companies. Also, I drop an episode like this every single Sunday with actionable strategies and tactics from the trenches on how to grow your SaaS business. I coach SaaS founders, I operate SaaS companies. I'm literally in the trenches with you. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. You'll get notified every single time I drop an episode. And lastly, remember, everyone needs a strategy for their life and their business. When you are with us, yours is going to be unstoppable. I'm TK, and I'll see you in the next episode or inside the SaaS Go-to-Market Coaching Program. Take care, everybody. Or shitty fractional CMOs.